There's a frequently told story about a boy who lost his arm in a tragic accident. And over time, understandably, the boy grew depressed and socially withdrawn, and his parents were really concerned. And one day when they were out with the family, they drove by a dojo. Well, the boy became very excited and said that he wanted to learn judo. Well, his parents were quite concerned, but this was the first time that they saw him excited by anything. So cautiously, they brought him into the dojo and they spoke to the sensei, who reassured them that it would be okay, but he made the boy promise to listen to his instruction and do exactly as he was taught. The boy enthusiastically agreed, but over time he became frustrated because his teacher had only taught him one move. Again and again he practiced it until he mastered it, and eventually the teacher, to everyone's surprise, entered him into a tournament. Even more surprisingly, the boy won. But confused, the boy asked his sensei, how is it that somebody with one arm like himself, who knew only one move, could beat far more experienced competitors? And his teacher explained, you mastered one of the most difficult moves in judo, where the only known defense requires your opponent to grab your opposite arm. I thought about that story a lot. I first heard it from Professor Robert Gilbert, and then from my friends Bill Parisi and Martin Rooney. I grew up on the spectrum with Tourette's, severe brain damage, as well as ADHD. And growing up, these were framed primarily as deficits. Yet, the very same brain that caused me to struggle in certain environments seemed almost purpose-built for others. When I got into public speaking, being able to rapidly shift my attention, I could adapt in the middle of a workshop. Ideas arrived quickly and often several at once, and I could connect concepts that at first didn't obviously belong together. I could improvise, read a room, abandon a plan when it wasn't working, and then innovatively create a new one on the fly. And in that environment, the things that were supposed to make me less capable often made me feel exceptionally capable. But then put me in the wrong environment: prolonged sitting, rigid processes, little autonomy, limited movement, low novelty, and pressure to operate in a prescribed way. I mean, those same traits, for me, are debilitating. And sometimes I think we're too quick to ask, what's wrong with this person, when we see someone who functions differently? Or you might say, well, what's wrong with me? A better question might be, in what environment could this characteristic become an advantage? Maybe our greatest liabilities aren't always liabilities. Sometimes they're strengths that haven't found the right environment in which to thrive yet.